On everybody, it's Keytown coming back to talk about the college football bowl games over the weekend. The first game I'm going to talk about is Georgia Southern versus Ohio. Now I picked Georgia Southern in this game, but after halftime, I said this game is over with. And then Ohio came out the second half and put up another two touchdowns on Georgia Southern. So Georgia Southern, they had a good offense throughout the entirety of the regular season, but that offense was non-existent in the first half. They longest play in the first half was only 25 yards, and they had four occasions on third down where they did not get a first down. Now Georgia Southern averaged 30 points in the regular season, but like I said, that was against soft competition. Ohio, they got an offense that scored 35 points a game. They scored 41 in this game. But it was complete and total domination. I know Ohio won by 20 points, but basically it was complete domination from start to finish in this game. Georgia Southern really, longest play in the first half was 25 yards. You couldn't generate nothing on offense, and you sure couldn't stop nothing on defense. So Georgia Southern, hey, you still gonna, hey, I don't expect much improvement from you next season because you ain't going nowhere. I was surprised that you made it this far. Ohio, you in the same boat too. So this game was the Myrtle Beach Bowl. The Myrtle Beach Bowl was a great game for the Ohio Bobcats, and it was a great game. The next bowl game I want to talk about is the Cricket Celebration Bowl, Florida A&M and Howard. Now Florida A&M, they've been a good team in their conference. They was 11-1 coming into this game, averaging 35 points per game, and all on the defense, giving up by 18. Now against Howard, they gave up 26. So they statistics are gonna teeter a little bit, but Florida A&M, their offense was on point. Struggled in the first quarter, had something in the second quarter, but the fourth quarter, that's when they really took off. They scored two touchdowns, and they had two field goals. So that's when they really took off, and when the defense needed a stop, the Florida A&M defense got to stop. So Florida A&M, they had a great season. Most of their wins were by at least 10 points or more. Now, even though this was a bowl game, I knew this bowl game was going to be close. I had predicted that it was going to be close. Possibly a shootout, and it was on the verge of getting to a shootout. But Florida A&M defense came through in the end. This is a season where Florida A&M can build off of, and maybe they can win the championship in their conference next season. Maybe. But that's all I have for the Cricket Celebration Bowl. The next bowl game I am going to talk about is the R.L. Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Jacksonville State and Louisiana Raging Cajuns. I said Jacksonville State was going to be a good team this year, and they were. 9-4. Most of the games they won by was very close games. I told y'all at the start of the season that Jackson State offense would average over 30 points. And to be exact, they averaged 32 points throughout the regular season. And they put up 34 points in the bowl game versus the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. On defense, third down defense. Third down defense is a big improvement from last year. Last year they had a good defense, but on third downs they couldn't get off the field. This season they improved their third down defense and they was able to get off the field on third down in this game and even make it so close to where they had to fight back and put this game winning to overtime. And Jacksonville State won this game off of a field goal. It was 3 occasions in the game where Jacksonville State defense, they needed those three key third down stops, and they got them. So they can build. This is the type of win that you can build off of going into next season. As far as the Raging Cajuns concerned, I didn't expect much from y'all. Y'all got good offense, but y'all don't have a defense. Your third down defense is one of the worst in college football. Not to mention, in the fourth quarter, you fail to stop teams when they need to get a touchdown to bring it closer or to win the game. You failed to do that, and you failed to do it against the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. So that's all I got for the RL Carriers New Orleans Bowl. The next bowl game I want to talk about is Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. Appalachian State and Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio. Your offense was non-existent in this game. Only 9 points. And Appalachian State, you ain't do much better neither. I mean, throughout the regular season, both of these teams averaged 27 points a game. Now I credit this game to both defenses. Both defenses kept this game under 20 points, and I said that this game would be close, but I didn't expect for it to be under 20 points. I didn't. Now, that's one thing. Now, Miami of Ohio, you are 11-3 at the end of this season. Even though that this wasn't a win, you could build on this going into next season, but you're not gonna make you're not gonna make it to the playoff next year. I can guarantee you that, Miami of Ohio fans. Appalachian State, you're not making it to the playoff. I can guarantee you that. But this was a good game for Appalachian State to win. So that's all I have from this game. The next bowl game I want to talk about is the Estalia New Mexico Bowl. New Mexico State and Fresno State. I expected Fresno State to blow New Mexico State out, and they did blow New Mexico State out. Now this game, this was a foregone conclusion already. Even though New Mexico State was coming into this game 10-5, they had a good regular season. They offense, I had some concerns about their offense, and they were on full display in this game right here. I mean, third down offense was putrid, and the third down defense for New Mexico State, terrible. Fresno State, they ran the ball. They had over 200 yards of running. Had over 200 yards in the run game on New Mexico State. So this game right here, this is a good game that Fresno State can build off of. They have a lot of players from this team coming back next season. So Fresno State may be one of those sleeper teams next season. Hey, it remains to be seen. But that's all I got from the Estalia New Mexico Bowl. The next bowl game I want to talk about is the Starco Brands LA Bowl, UCLA versus Boise State. Now, Boise State, their offense was non-existent in this game. And UCLA, really, the defense really hasn't been up to par all season. Boise State turned the ball over a couple times, and that's what won the game for the Bruins. Now, UCLA, they going to the Big Ten next season, and I think that UCLA, they're going to have a long season next season because you going into the Big Ten and you facing more defensive powerhouses. Not to mention, you may have to face Michigan. So that's all I got from the LA Bowl. Now, the last bowl game I want to talk about is California and Texas Tech, the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl with California and Texas Tech. Texas Tech, I knew that their offense was going to be able to score, and it was on full display. California, the offense has really been up and down throughout the season. I've seen California's offense, and it's much to do about nothing. California, they might not even, I don't even think they need to be a college football team. They just need to stay in basketball, and they just need to stay in basketball and any other sport because California, you cannot compete with any football team in college football. I've seen that over the years. You've always had. Let me see. I'm gonna see what California's record was. Okay, last season you was 6-7. The season before that you was 5-7. The season before that you were 4-8. So it has really, you are a bottom feeder team, a bottom of the barrel team, as I like to say. You are good for nothing. You need to give everybody, all of the college donors, all of their donations. You need to give all those donations back to the people who gave you the money to supply California college football team, because California hasn't done nothing at all in the last 40 years. The last time that California has been relevant was the 1980s. And that was so far long ago. That was before iPhones were invented. That was before we had computers, laptops, and Apple iPhones and everything. So California, I don't know what to say about you, but you don't need to have a college football team. I'm gonna say that. Texas Tech, what can I say? This team right here is a team that can possibility maybe make the playoff next year, but I'm not sure if they are moving to different conferences, but I'll look at that a little bit later. But Texas Tech, if they keep these players and in this type of offense, they'll be able to compete with more stiffer competition come next season. And with that, those are my reactions from the first week of the college bowl season bowl games. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and remember, the key is always on time.